welcome my beautiful soul. So today we're gonna awaken the body. We're awakening the spine, finding that stretch and extension through the spine and just finding that lift through our whole being and expression of ourselves. So come to the center of your mat and we're gonna come into Tadasana, mountain pose. So anchoring the feet down into the ground through all four corners of your feet. Pulling your hips in and up towards your navel, hands down by your side, palms facing forwards. Finding that nice relaxed space within the shoulders. And then on an inhale, we're going to be bringing our arms up above our head. As you exhale, bend the knees, coming down, allowing your arms to kind of float back behind you like you're a skier. And then arms come back up on an inhale. And exhale, coming back down. And then just finding your own flow here. Inhale up, exhale down. Making sure you're pushing in to all four corners of your feet. As you're coming down, really pressing into the heels. As you lift up on your next inhale, start to find an arch in the back. Starting to wake that spine right up. And with every inhale up, you find a slightly deeper stretch. As you're exhaling, you're coming down and your chest is coming to your thighs, to your knees. Keep it going. Beautiful. Now this time, as we inhale to come up, you're going to come up, we're going to lose the arch in the back for now, and you're going to come up to your tippy toes. Beautiful. Really stretching up above, as if you're reaching for something up in the sky. And maybe you find that you're not quite so stable when you come to your tippy toes, and that's absolutely fine. Just step back in. And now instead of your tippy toes as we go up, back to flat feet as you're up, but as you come down, we're going into tippy toes. So inhale flat, exhale tippy toes. Inhale flat. Ooh, exhale tippy toes. Inhale flat. Exhale tippy toes. Beautiful. And then one more. Inhale flat. Exhale tippy toes. And from here, drop your hands to the ground. Feet come flat. And then just come right down to the ground as we find a seat. Catch our breath a bit. Beautiful. So now scurry down your mat a little bit so we've got a bit of space behind us. And place your hands behind your knees so you're grabbing your thighs, the back of your thighs. And we're going to start to roll. So from here, our feet come up. We start to roll back on the spine and then roll back up to seated. We're going to do that a couple times. So rolling back to seated. As you roll, your legs straighten and then back to seated. And we keep doing that, and every roll back you find you're hitting a little bit further in your stretch. And you're just waking the spine up as you're massaging it on the mat. And then on your next one, all the way over, hands come to the back. As your legs come down, pushing up into plow. So your elbows are coming in here. Hands are facing up towards the sky. And then your legs drop down behind you. Maybe you can't quite touch the ground. I can feel I'm nearly there, but maybe my spine hasn't woken up quite enough to get me there. Maybe you want to have a bend here. And if you're finding any pressure on your neck, then grab a blanket and place that under your shoulders
to create a bit of a step so your head can hang a bit more easily. Making sure we're not moving the head here, we're keeping a nice still neck. And what we're wanting to do here is just slowly come down our back, well, up our back and down towards the mat, until we maybe find that our toes do meet the floor. Pushing the hips up. Taking your breaths here. Keeping those elbows tucked in. And then bring your knee to rest on your forehead, and then the other one. So your knees are on your third eye. Keep pushing your hips up towards your shoulders, so you're starting to create a straight line here. And then when you're ready, bring one leg up and the other leg coming into shoulder stand. So again, we are trying to push the shoulders. We're trying to push the hips up towards the shoulders. So our hands are coming higher up our back technically, but lower down to the mat. And we're really pulling in the stomach, toes are pointed above, keeping our legs contracted and taut as we really start to work our shoulders and the hips into alignment, build into Tadasana mountain pose from the sort of shoulders down. If you need to take a break at any time, you can drop your knees back to your third eye and take a break, or maybe go back into plow pose. Drop your knees down to your third eye, nice and slowly. Maybe straighten the legs here, back to plow pose. Hands come down either side of your mat. Maybe you want to grab the either side as you slowly peel yourself back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Beautiful. Bringing yourself down so that your feet are on the ground, your knees are bent. And from here, we're going to go into fish pose. So we're going to bring our thumbs to touch and our forefingers to touch to create a triangle shape. And this is going to come underneath your bum. So lifting your hips up so that you can place your hands underneath. And then straighten your legs down. Toes, big toes come to touch. And from here, what we're going to do is like, kind of imagine somebody pulling you up from your chest. So we're lifting up, and our elbows and our forearms are going to come up towards our shoulders a bit to create some space. So up, and then what we do with our head is we drop it back so that the crown of our head comes to touch as best as you can to the ground. If you have a ponytail, then maybe a little bit harder, or a bun-in. And we are just lifting the chest up, and maybe you need to kind of shimmy a bit on your forearms to find that beautiful space and comfort for yourself. And then we're just going to hang out here for a moment, and we'll do this pose to counteract all of that forward folding that we were doing. And making sure we're pressing our thighs down into the ground, pointing our toes, keeping everything engaged, locking everything in. And then start to come out, unwinding and unfolding, bringing your knees back into a bend. Hands come out from under your bum. And then we're going to bring our knees in to hug. to really stretch out that spine. Hug your legs as tightly as you need to. And maybe lift your head to find an extra stretch. Maybe you need to rock side to side. Legs drop back down. Feet come as wide as the mat as we do a window wiper, a windscreen wiper with the legs, and just finding that twist. Come back to center. Find your space on the mat. Maybe you need to shimmy up a bit. Dropping the legs down into a V shape as they're nice and wide. Hands face up towards the sky as we come into Savasana to end this practice. Connecting with the breath. Inhaling in and out through the nose. On an inhale, the belly expands. On an exhale, the belly drops. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. And thank yourself for walking tall, walking strong, and walking proud through your day. And thank you for joining me here. Namaste.